Okay, so this, get that. So today's lesson, I'm just going to be looking at making sure we remember those formulas from last week for the really basic shapes. So that's our basic quadrilaterals such as squares, rectangles and parallelograms and triangles. So these are the ones that we just need to know. They need to be second nature to us. We need to find them easy. So the very first row, questions 1 to 5, just rectangles or squares. Really easy, base times height. Same for the second row. When we get to the middle section, we start getting some of these parallelograms. Now, we're going to get harder as the week goes on, so for this first lesson back, I've not given you the trick bits, which is where they give you a slant to try and confuse you. I've just given you the base and that perpendicular height. Okay, so remember the formula for a parallelogram is base times perpendicular height. And the reason for that is because you can see if I go straight up here, that 2 centimetres, that triangle here, if I chop that off with a pair of scissors, it would fit perfectly over here. Okay, so we can always make a rectangle out of a parallelogram, so that's why it has the same formula. So it's your base times that perpendicular height. Same, this one's just on its side, we still treat it the same way. The base is sideways this time, that's fine, and the height is going acrossways. If you're doing it on paper, you just turn your piece of paper to help you. The next row is our triangles. Again, they're nice triangles, there's no trick bits, there's no slants to confuse you. So our formula is our base times the height halved. Okay, some people like to half their base at the beginning so they don't forget to do the halving at the end. So some people would just do that as 6 times 3. Myself, I do 12 times 3 and then half it at the end. So those are our triangles. And then at the bottom, we've got something called compound shapes. So compound just means combined. So we want to know the combined area here. So you need to work out the area of this rectangle, the area of this rectangle, and add them together. Here you need the area of that triangle and this rectangle added together. And here you need this rectangle and this triangle added together. And then this triangle and that rectangle. You need each of their areas and you need to add them up.